What's up, Newtonville? Welcome back to Horrorfind 2007. It's Sunday here in Hunt Valley, and this is Strubo, and I'm here with the one, the only Michael Gross.
Hello, hello.
Star of Family Ties, and also Tremors 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the series. We're big fans of Tremors here, and also, I'm sure you've never heard this, but you were like a father to all of us growing up watching Family Ties.
Well,
so
I've been pretty lucky as an actor to have those two very contrasting roles, dad and then stepfather to a bunch of evil monsters. So
doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah.
Well, since we're here at a horror convention,
right.
The thing we like to ask people is, what's your favorite horror film?
I don't know if this is my favorite. First of all, I don't know that I have a true favorite. I'm a big fan of all the classic Universal films.
Absolutely.
That is to say, Dracula and Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein and The Wolfman and The Invisible Man and The Creature from the Black Lagoon. All those great old Universal classics. And particularly since Tremors was first one was made for Universal, and the subsequent three were made for Universal Home Video. So I'm part of that Universal horror family, which I love. So I like that vintage. Having said that, one of my single favorites has always been a Warner Brothers movie called Them. Them was made in about 1956, 57, I think it was 56, 57. It was about giant ants.
Giant ants, that's right.
And I still think for its day, they were absolutely frightening. I was working on the Warner lot a number of years ago. I used to work on ER, and when I saw it was on sale, the minute it came out, I had to have a copy of Them. So I have a copy of that. And I love that. I still think it's wonderful. It's somewhat philosophical. It talks about, deals with, men dealing with nature and trying to change nature and the effects it can have. And
he's a wonderful man.
And Mr. Udo Kier, Frankenstein himself.
So that's always had a place in my heart. Also I'm close to a very close to a first cousin of mine, and that's the way we celebrated his birthday. His father took us to Them, all the cousins. We all sat in the first row of Them in about 56, whatever it was, and just got the crap scared out of us. It was great.
Fantastic. It's a great film. Very good.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, we also like to think, what do you think about what's going on with modern horror? Is it good? Is it bad? Do you get to keep up with it?
To be honest with you, I don't keep up with modern horror as much as I used to. I don't watch as most of the films I watch are these little European art house films. Seriously.
Right.
And so I don't watch a lot of genre, nor do I read a lot of genre fiction. Having said that, I love the fact that this particular show has so many authors here. And to my mind, still to this day, the original Dracula by Bram Stoker is one of the finest pieces of horror I've ever seen on a page. And if people have not read Dracula in the original, the movie gives it short shrift. It's an incredible book, and really very spiritual in a certain way. And beautiful book. I've read it 3 or 4 times. So that original Dracula, I very much is dear to my heart. On the page by Bram Stoker. It's a wonderful read.
Fantastic choice, absolutely. Well, what everybody wants to know too is what actually inspired you to get into acting, or perhaps even how you found yourself on Tremors.
Well, I tell you how I found myself in acting. It was women. It was that simple. It was pure sex. I wanted to. I was in high school, and I auditioned for a play at a girls' Catholic high school.
Excellent.
They needed a few good men.
They were
like
pressed.
The Marines, yeah. And I was a senior in high school, and I heard about this Catholic girls' high school that was doing a production of Oklahoma, Rogers and Hammerstein. And I'd never been in a musical before, never been in a play before. And I thought, all those women, all those frustrated girls. I'm getting over there. So a couple friends of mine and I went over, auditioned. A couple of us got in, and the rest is history.
As they say.
So basically, I was just, it was hormonal. Basically, the reason I got into acting. And
probably the first honest answer we've had.
Yeah, but I stuck with it, and then it became less hormonal over time, as I found. It didn't always work getting girls, but I stuck with it anyway. And Tremors came about because really just through the normal audition process. And one of the things I loved is Ron Underwood, who later on would do City Slickers and a lot of other things. It was his first time director, and he said he had a couple guys that seen me to play. And I just loved it because it was the final year of Family Ties, and I loved that they trusted me with something like Tremors and Burt Gummer, who was such a wacko, because I'd been pretty much the kind of straight ahead father, and I had to be reasonable. The kids had the adventures, and the parents had to be kind of reasonable and conservative, compared to the kids. And so I just said I was thrilled that they were willing to bring me in as opposed to a classic sci-fi guy. And they just said, no, we had seen your work, and we'd even seen some of your work on stage, and we just thought you were a great actor, so we thought, let's bring him in for Burt Gummer. And they said they loved my audition, and that was it. I just thought, gee, it'd be kind of fun to be in a monster movie, but who knew you were making monster history?
That's right. Well, we're all glad you did. We have big fans of the film.
Well, thanks.
Especially my co-producer. This is all-time favorite series.
Well, Bert's been good to me. I mean, just in terms of an actor, it's wonderful when writers fall in love with your character. They start to write toward that character and write some beautiful stuff for that character. People say, you have this great line here. Don't make that up. I have great writers, and that's the secret.
Excellent.
So thanks.
Well, last is there anything you want to tell people about? Any websites? Got any upcoming projects?
Well, will mention one thing, which is who knows what's going to happen. You never know. I've done a couple independent films lately. One of them, An American in China, is what it's titled, is screening this coming week in Hollywood. So I may get a look at it and see what for cast and crew and Hollywood insiders, and we'll see what it looks like.
Fantastic.
But it's a romance about a young man who falls in love with gets himself in a completely different culture in China with a Chinese woman, and a kid who's trying to find himself. And anyway, I play the kid's dad, and it's a really sweet little romance. So I'll get a look at it this week and see what I think.
Great. Well, he's good.
Thanks very much.
All right, you heard it there, Horrorfind. We'll see you back on YouTube with MutantVille.com and more coming from the Horrorfind. Thank you very much, Mr.